You take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts throwing right away. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
You, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll toss to Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Patterson running between the tackles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
The Steelers' new punter for 2024, Corliss Waitman, on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone off.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Austin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now second and 9 from the 10. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he fires one incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's second and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, it's Rodgers. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Barkley. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Back to throw here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action with Hurts. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down, and he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Barkley, inside handoff, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted,
There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They go play action with Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Play action. It's Wilson.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Patterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That is caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Now Barkley. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, here's Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Austin complete.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 31. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Let's go. Cordero Patterson from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They'll throw now on the final play. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over once.
Again, with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Wilson's throw brought in by Austin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Wilson. Austin is there and brings in another one. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Harris running straight ahead. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Straight ahead, Patterson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
There's Wilson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Milton Williams able to get him for a loss of about 3. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now Wilson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
But first down, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They'll give it to Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Wilson. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Wilson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop. A guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. If you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. A 10-play drive that time.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they gave up a touchdown.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And a loose football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Operating from the gun, Wilson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now, Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Going right back to Dodson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
112 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down carry for Barkley.
Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
throwing now. Wilson on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Hurts throw complete to Dotson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Back to throw. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Patterson running between the tackles. Cordero Patterson.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 19-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson going to change things up here. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Play action. Now Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7, 2:14 to play.
Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
Quick slant, Dotson.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their...